you just kind of stopped and it just let you be?
I know you did. You did. That was crazy. So I was just, oh man. All right. So he was like, yeah, it's a 20-minute journey. They call it cannabis, the psychonauts. Oh, I don't remember him saying that, but he asked if any psychedelic experiences before LSD, mushrooms, blah blah. I have tried mushrooms. Um, that was in 2004. It felt, I don't know. It was I didn't really like it. Um, I remember seeing on the news there was going to be a cricket invasion in Nevada, and at that time it was summer of Nevada. Finding Nemo was out in the theaters. Me and my friend went to go walk to the theaters on shrooms, like to go watch Finding Nemo, and I remember I just tripped out, like having crickets like jump on me, and then I didn't, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm never doing mushrooms again. Never. Um, so he said, let's see, first try it in your pie, blah blah. So I'm gonna talk about my experience. This guy's really cool. I guess his name's not Jose. But I think his name's Cheers. Anyways, cheers, mate, from Germany. Where's that paper? So, basically what I just did was a mimosa DMT plus harmala, and the other herbs was the Damiana, Passiflora, Dream Herb, Salvia divinorum, and yeah, so that's the Changa mix. I took. I think he said it was a 1, 2, 3. Anyways, okay, so now to the experience. I was sitting right here. Right here. And I remember first toke, I was like, all right, you gotta like vape it, so you gotta just hover the flame over the herbs. Did that. Took a toke. Didn't know what to expect. It wasn't actually that harsh. And then I was like, oh, when is this kicking in? I was like, well, I don't feel anything yet. Second toke. It was a pretty good rip. I think that counts as actually my first rip. And then I remember I took the third one.
Mm-hmm.
As I was taking the third one, I started to just feel, like, I don't know if things started to kick in, like my receptors started to kick in. And then when I did that third one and then I held it, I remember I ripped it hard. I remember the second one, was it the second one I couldn't take out the fire, so I just passed it to you, right?
It was, yeah.
Or the first and second one I passed it, and then, anyways, the third toke, once I kept it in, I started just question myself, when is this gonna kick in? And then it said, phoom. And then I saw crop circles all over the carpet. I was like, first it was crop circles right under me, crop circles like a little around me.
What kind of designs of crop circles? Just
like, what are those, hexagon?
okay.
No, not hexagon, maybe, what's the 6 side one?
Not pentagon, but
That's 5. Well, whatever.
That's okay.
Anyways, yeah, it started to look like a bunch of crop circles. Boom. So I think I was like, what was going in my head was fractals, or I don't know what they call it, but I was just like, oh, I just started seeing like
So
patterns, like the flower light pattern, like those geometric patterns. I started to see those patterns, and then boom, 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 and I remember like that light was started to get more greenish. Just the light started to get green.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark over here, but yeah, that was all like green over there. It was like a rainforest green, just the light. It was still, I think the light was still shining this way, so it felt like there was still that green light just beaming straight here, and you were sitting over there a little bit. looking at you. Like, I remember you grabbing the bong and everything, and then when you sat back down, I just remember, like, oh, it's kicking in, and then I just started looking around, and then I was like, oh shit, I closed my eyes, and I saw, remember those night lights, Night Bright, they call them?
Mm-hmm.
Those black pads when we were kids.
Okay.
It's like, anyways, it was, it started to look like peg, lighted black background with like lighted star-like things.
Okay.
Okay, and it was like looking at the sky, and I was like, oh shit, and then I was like, oh, I have to close my eyes for this experience. But then that whole time I was just like, what's time? I was like, because I was questioning, I was like, what is this? I was like, I don't know, I might be blabbing, but it's just a lot it's a lot to try
to take in. Mm-hmm.
But and express it more or less. But yeah, once I remember, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in the physical. I'm still in this physical world, But I was like, there's no such thing as time, baby. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was like, all right, I was like, you're right. And then I remember I closed my eyes, and it was probably like 10 seconds, but it felt longer. It felt like I was making that decision like for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I remember I just closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and said, remember, no fear lives here. And just like, oh. I started breathing heavy,
mm-hmm.
and I just let go, and I just went into this crazy looking, beautiful, like kaleidoscope with different colors. I saw a lot of gold, like a gold triangle, and at that triangle I felt like I saw like the eye of maybe the eye of God, or maybe a messenger from God, I don't know, but it just felt like it was, at first it was on the right side, and then I remember seeing like the curtain get pulled up. So this is reality. Reality started to just like, nope, remember, no fear.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you let go, your picture of life, I guess, of life, starts to unfold, and then you see it all around you, and you just see it in your view, and it was, I don't know, I felt like the kaleidoscopes were talking to me, and one of the craziest experiences ever. I felt my pineal gland.
And you felt it in here?
I felt my third eye, the whole, like, when I finally gave in.
Uh-huh.
I remember, like,
what?
It was like vibrating, like, wake up. It's like, this is it. This is us. This is life. This is God. This is, and it didn't felt like, and it felt like, or it maybe would feel or look like something I can compare it to, or analogy is, it's like someone getting sucked from a beam into a UFO, where it's like, boom, like you get captured, and it just takes you over.
Okay.
But it was God just letting me know, like, hey, this is how we communicate. This is the universe. This is life. This is us. This is forever. It's love. It's just love. This is us. And it was just like a constant beaming of, like, it felt like God was activating my third eye and showing me. And I think my third eye, our pineal gland, really is used to connect to God. And the colors, they're indescribable, just like that lady said on YouTube. I mean, you can try to describe it. I
Could
remember
you see him?
there is no him.
Just a voice?
There's no voice. It was just
An understanding?
an understanding. Yeah, exactly. It was just, yeah. I wasn't asking questions, I don't think, in the physical world. I was definitely asking in our other dimension.
Hmm.
You know? And then I remember, just like that girl said, you know, like, you don't want to go. You don't want to leave. But it's okay. It'll be okay. God said it'll be okay. No matter what happens here, it'll be okay. We'll be just fine. And when I peeked in, it just felt good. It just felt right. There's, like, any of the negative things that go through our mind every day, that doesn't exist in that world. It only exists because we're still trying to stay partly here, because this is all we know.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing what else is out there. And it's, like I said, there's no he or she. It's just beautiful. I felt like I did kind of go through, or I saw a galaxy. So I guess, like, I just felt like heaven is the universe. We can travel through to the universe, to different universes. I feel like I was in a different galaxy, or a different dimension, definitely different from whatever's here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for a second of the time, you know, I did question. I was like, am I okay? Am I gonna be okay after this? And then I remember I opened my eyes and looked at my body, and I was like, hey, you'll be fine. It's just a physical body. You're alright, you know? And I remember, like, you know, it's only gonna take, it's not gonna even be that long. Just enjoy the ride. And then I went back into it. It was beautiful. It was crazy. And I don't feel like anything's changed about me. Like, if anything, I'm happier. I feel like our purpose is just to spread love, because that's the only way that we can change the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's all has to be just one-on-one, you know, one by one, each of us, you know, thinking about just putting love out there. And it starts with one, you know, and people will follow. Because at the end of the day, I don't know, that was a fantastic journey. Glad I could share it with you guys and share my love of my life as well. Thank you, baby, for being there during this experience.
Mm-hmm.
I hope one day you do experience it too.
Hopefully.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a good night. Love you.